Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. In today's video, I wanted to walk you through how I plan for social media. Now, if you are a content creator or someone who is aspiring to be a content creator, then hopefully this video will give you some ideas on how you can set up social media in your planner. If you are not a content creator, but you are planning long-term projects or you're doing something like this for work, then this should help you as well. So a couple of days ago, I shared with you guys how I set up my business planner, and I shared with you how I set up the month, and I set up all my YouTube videos here, and I also shared with you how I use the dashboard planner in order to plan my weeks. But when it comes to pre-planning and looking ahead for my social media and for all of my content, I use a section in the very front of my business planner. So let me show you what it looks like. So this is my business planner where you can see I have the month set up and I have the dashboard planner here. But before this section, you can see that I have another tab called social. So I will flip open to that section, and that is where I have some extra sheets, some inserts that I have added to my planner in order to help me plan my social media. So the very first thing that you see is some note sheets. So on these note sheets, I have ideas for YouTube, and then I also have ideas for Money Monday, which is the free class that I teach every single Monday online. And I also have an idea sheet for Tom Academy. Tom Academy is my Patreon. It's $20 a month, and we do either a live class or a recorded class every single Thursday. And you also have access to all of the classes that we have done before. Any downloads that I produce from my shop, they are all available on our course site. So all of my ideas for anything that is coming up, I will add them here. Now, I also have a section in my planner where I keep ideas. I shared this with you in my business planning video where I will keep ideas here. So I will keep random ideas that kind of come up throughout the course of the week here, and then I will think them through and then add them either on this sheet, or on the back here once I decide what that piece of content will be best fit for. On this sheet, I have all of the video ideas that I have either thought of or someone has recommended to me in the comments or emailed to me. Somehow, some way, I got this idea. Once I got the idea, I will add it to this sheet. Then it has a cycle. That cycle starts with me scripting it. So after I add it on this sheet, I will script it and then film it and then edit and then post. Once it has gone through this full cycle, you will see all of the tick marks added right underneath the video. Now, there are also times where I will look at a topic and decide that it's not fit for this particular month. Like currently, I have been talking about planning because we are currently in a planning series. However, I did get a request on asking me my budget categories. So what I did is just added another tick mark called N, and the N stands for next month, and I will just tick mark it there to let me know that I need to plan that out for the very next month. And this is a way for me to kind of walk through where my idea is currently sitting. So have I scripted it? Did I film it? Have I edited it? Have I posted it, right? And then there are certain cycles that happen within each one, but this is kind of like an overview of where it is at that time. So like I said, I have one that is for YouTube, and then I have another one that is for Money Monday. My tick marks for Money Monday are a little bit shorter because it's either I scripted it out and I know what I want to talk about in the class, and we have already went live. I've already talked about about this particular topic. A lot of times for Money Monday as well, I will add in the date that that class has happened. If I get another request for a particular class within the next 3 months, then I might refer the person back to a previous class and give them the recording or recommend that they join Tom Academy so they can get access to all of the recordings. But these are all of my idea sheets, and they are the very first thing that is in my social section. The very next thing is where I pre-plan. So I will print out a calendar from Google. I will just Google calendar for 2021, January 2021, and print it out and add it into my planner. Once I add it into my planner, I use this sheet to kind of script out what's going to happen in the next month. So currently we are in December, and I am currently planning all of my December content in my classic planner because I haven't fully moved into the big planner yet. But I will script out everything here and just write out everything that's going to happen. But as this is going on, as I'm already planning out December, I also need to think about what's going to happen next. What's coming up in January? What do I want to talk about? What am I going to film next? This is a huge part of being consistent on any type of platform, on Instagram, on YouTube. If you want to be consistent, you have to plan ahead. Otherwise, it will come to a point where you're like, I don't know what to post, I don't know what to film, I don't know what to say. So if you're constantly thinking of ideas and you have an ideas sheet where you're keeping track of things and you're constantly in your planner and planning ahead of what's going to come up in the next month, then this is a great way to make sure that you stay on top of things. So after my pre-planning calendar, the very next thing that I have is my scripts. So I told you guys that I will write out the cycle here. All of my ideas are on here, and then I will have to script different things so that I can kind of write out everything that I'm thinking, any ideas, any tips that I might have, so that I'm not just rambling on camera. This is where I do that. I have some note sheets right after my pre-planning calendar, and on these sheets I am basically writing out my title and then writing out all of the tips and all of the things that I am thinking. So sometimes I will script it out completely like I did here. I was in the mood to write, so I wrote out everything that I was going to say and scripted out the entire video. Then sometimes, like with setting up my home planner, there wasn't really a full script to that, but there were different things that I wanted to make sure was in the video. Like I wanted to make sure I had chapters and timestamps just in case people didn't want to watch the entire video, because that one was like a 25-minute video. It was pretty long. So I definitely wanted to have chapters. I mentioned a bunch of other videos, so I wanted to make sure that I added those videos. My hashtags, I wanted specific hashtags, and I had certain things that I wanted to add to the description, so I put that here. But the point is that I am normally scripting out different things. This part of my planner, it is not neat at all. It is all note paper, and it's me basically just writing everything out. Mainly I'm just using my black pen, my red pen, and a highlighter. And that is basically it for this section. So these are the main things that I am using for pre-planning and setting up different things in my social media. And like I said, this is in my social media section. After this section is the actual planner, and this is where I am planning out the weeks. So I will put my month here. I will put all the content that I'm going to do on a specific date on here. And then when it comes to this sheet, I'm planning what I'm actually filming, what's actually getting posted, and Instagram, the class for the week, and all of my to-dos. But this is on a daily basis, what's going to happen today. But this particular section is kind of pre-planning what's happening next. So all of my ideas for what's next, the mock calendar of what's going to happen next, and all of my scripts for anything that's going to happen next. I think the only thing that's not in here that needs to be in here is the national holidays, but other than that, everything else is pretty much set Like I said, it's very, very simple. I don't like to complicate things too much. I like to keep it to exactly what I'm going to need. And this is what I will do on a consistent basis to make sure that I'm kind of staying on top of my content. I wanted to show you this to kind of show you how you can structure and plan out your social media, your Instagram, your YouTube, whatever you may have, or even if you're planning out another type of project for work, how you can use a pre-printed calendar to kind of sketch everything out. And this helps you so much when you are trying to think ahead, especially if you don't have that particular calendar in your planner. Like with my planner, I only keep 1 month at a time. So printing out another calendar for the future months does help me from time to time. So guys, I hope that this video has helped you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.